welcome back to Mrs. and Mrs. I'm Shatara.
I'm Elise. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe below.
Yes, subscribe. Thank you for all our new followers.
Yes.
Thank you for every like, share, comment, all of that. So thank you guys. So today we received a comment that we should talk about friendships from childhood to adulthood. And this was received by Ebony James, who was our guest last week. If you haven't already, go look on Amazon for her book.
Yes, and check out that
Moon.
video. It's really good. It's a really good video.
Yes.
We are reviewing her book, Sunshine's Moon.
Yeah.
So check that out.
So thanks, Ebony, for the idea to talk about friendships, because she has an older daughter who's 18 and just graduated from high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's a lot of transition. Of course, there is around that time,
right.
You know, friends that you want to hold on to, but you got to go and move forward.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. Not that you want to leave anybody behind, because you don't, but
yeah.
I mean, share it with your daughter, share it with your kids, everybody.
Yes.
But yeah, so I mean, it's a good topic because we've been friends for so long. I mean, and people, like, we haven't always stayed in touch though. So no. I don't know if people know that about us.
I don't think they do.
And like the chemistry now and the energy between us now is just, I feel like God brought us back together.
Yeah.
But we haven't always stayed in touch. Like,
no.
Y'all know, like, we met in the 3rd grade from, you know, in the same classroom, and then we were just friends ever since then. But in the 6th grade, I left Waukegan. My parents moved to North Chicago, and we were still cool, but it wasn't, we wasn't in the same classes.
No. And in the beginning, we would still go to each other's house and hang out and stuff like that. But then it kind of
faded, like high school kind of faded, you know, like new friends. Now you driving and you going and doing this and that or whatever. And then I wound up leaving North Chicago to go to a school in Zion. So I really wasn't around like the neighborhood and you know what I mean, friends like that or whatever.
Right. So we definitely had totally different friends. Didn't even know the same people.
Right.
And then of course when we went to college, we went to 2 different places. She went to Michigan, I went to Wisconsin.
Right.
So, I mean, we just didn't really communicate. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I would see her out or something, I would be like, oh my God, where's she? Like, it was never anything like we just didn't talk because there was something happening. It just, we kind of transitioned into different friendships with different groups of people.
Right. We sure did. And then I think around the age of 21, like coming back home, like on weekends, going to the club or seeing each other at the club. And even when Facebook kind of got started we kind of like connected on Facebook. And social media and stuff like that. But yeah, like just seeing each other out in the club. But then it was like in the club atmosphere, we would still like link as if we came together or, you know, still hung around and danced in the same circles and stuff like that. So it was definitely no love lost at all.
At all.
And so then we kind of...
I think when I had Bailey. Yeah. So once I was... your wedding brought us back together. We still weren't as close.
Right. I've always had the people that I wanted in my wedding.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
she's had all her transition of best friends.
Yeah.
So, I mean, during that time, we was like close again. Still not as close as we are now. But I think your wedding is what kind of brought us back together. And then once I was pregnant with Bailey, I think that's really was like... Yeah. We just kind of never was separated again.
Because you asked us, he was like, I would really like it if you and Alonzo would be Bailey's godparents. And we was like, oh, okay. And I mean, honestly, like, I don't take that label for granted. But it was kind of like, yeah, because people don't really know what it means to me. Right. But now we like, you know, growing, I take it seriously. So that really just like... brought us back.
And me picking godparents, it wasn't an easy task. There was another couple I was thinking about as well. But I had to think about, like, when I have godparents, but I had like involved godparents. Like, my godparents mean a lot to me, and like we mean a lot to them. So I'm like, I want to pick someone who would have the relationship with Bailey that I have with my godparents.
I didn't know there was another option.
There was.
But I'm not surprised because you have good friends too, and a good close group of friends. So I'm not surprised. So it's all good.
So there was. And then I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, really? We really thinking about this? And I was like, so that's why I won't say who the other married couple is, because I don't want nobody
Mama Joanne. I love you.
But my mama was like,
cause she know.
Like, no, it's gonna be shit. And I'm like, okay.
Well, I hope you're happy with your decision.
I am. And it was, I mean, not that it was a hard decision.
Yeah,
I think just at that time, I had a relationship with that person as well. But I did have to think of the future and how that would all evolve.
Yeah.
So, I mean, definitely you guys were the great choice.
Oh, okay.
And I'm so glad that you guys are her godparents. Cause, I mean, y'all are fantastic godparents. Like, they always check on her. She can always be over here. She's never like, I ain't even gonna get into all that. They be protecting her.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, I guess.
but that is, and I remember, and even like learning the role as a godparent. I have another goddaughter, don't get me wrong, with another good friend. But like growing up and learning the role of godparent, I really, my husband took it seriously. Like, he's like, we're supposed to be the godlike example for her, and and to support her mom when it comes to training and discipline and all that stuff.
Right.
So just still learning how to stay in touch, because I remember before your parents moved, and this is like weird to me, like how transitions happen too, because when your parents moved, she called me. We hadn't seen Bailey in a little bit, and she called me. She was like, I need her to know y'all, and you like dropped her off and was out. Like, she dropped her off and was out, and she was a baby. She was like a few months old.
Yeah, but she was a baby.
She was, and I was just like, oh my God, like, obviously I don't have kids yet, but I was just like, okay. But then ever since then, we just did not miss a beat, and it just so happened that it was almost like God was like setting us up, because then not too long after your parents moved, and and my family of course stepped up and stuff, and I mean, it's been a joy and a pleasure, but it just kind of worked out, and I'm just glad that we like really got connected back. And then growing from there as friends, it's like we just grew in the Lord together, grew in other things together, just learning who we are, learning to love ourselves together, seeing the best in each other, correcting each other when we wrong and out of pocket, like all of that stuff makes a good friend to me. It does. But just somebody like intimacy, like not intimacy like that, but you can be intimate with your secrets, your struggles, you know what I mean?
Right.
The ups and downs. So I'm glad it just worked out,
I agree. And I just think friendship is definitely something that evolves as you grow. And I mean, there's friends that you may lose some friends, or you just keep in touch, or you're just not as close as you used to be. I mean, like, but that doesn't mean there's any love lost. Right, no. It's like you're growing into something else, and sometimes it's just not your season for those friends or that group of friends or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all my friends. Like, even the ones that I'm not as close to anymore, I still love my friends, and I will always be there.
And everybody's growing, though.
Exactly.
But everybody is also growing. So it's, but it's good when you can still see friends and still have time where you do hang out, like you said, and it's still no love lost.
Exactly.
But and now, I mean, we in our mid-30s. People got families.
Girl.
Jobs, working, and some work third shift. One friend, she literally worked all night, like all the time. So it's just, you just gotta keep moving and love when you can, reach out when you can.
Literally adulting.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Right.
But loving and celebrating my friends. I'm always loving my friends, always celebrating my friends, no matter what. As I think we should, and I think it's good that we all grow and move on to other things, but just support each other, even if it has to be from a distance.
Absolutely.
I think that's great.
Absolutely.
I had some questions, I think.
You did. Let's see.
I don't know if we answered them yet or not.
Oh. So you asked, okay, we answered, when did we meet? Okay, our best memory. What is our best memory? Oh my God.
There's so many, but one that I remember, I don't remember how old I was turning, but it was a slumber party my mom let me and Lisa have, and we each got to invite a friend. And then my god sister had to come. Because I love you, Quato, though, girl. I love you, girl. But Quaida was bad. Quaida was bad. Quaida used to bite. I used to be like, no. But anyway, so she was my friend that I invited. And we had a Pocahontas party, and it was a slumber party. And we had so much fun. Like, I will never, ever forget that slumber party. And I got a picture of us, too. I'm going to put it up on here for y'all to see. But me and Lisa was obsessed with Pocahontas, and my mom let us have a slumber party, and we just had a blast that night. Like,
I do not remember this. I don't know why. Like, some childhood memories I just don't be remembering.
Like, I will never forget that. That was one of the best birthdays.
Really?
Yep.
My favorite birthday was, do you remember when I turned 10 and we went to Chicago? We used to love to skate. Like, Magic City, the skating rink, we was always there.
Yes.
But remember when I had my 10-year-old birthday party was that 10 or 12? I don't remember. In Chicago at the skating rink. And remember that TV show, The Awakening?
Yeah.
They were there and they pulled us all out to skate with them. Because it was my birthday. You don't remember this? Like, I will never forget, like, my mom had, like, me, you, Lisa, and a couple other people from elementary school that I remember. My mom drove us all down there, and plus other people came and met us down there.
I do not remember
that? At the Rainbow Roller Rink.
Like, I remember being there, but I don't remember that.
At the Rainbow Roller Rink in Chicago. We used to go there all the time. And that was like one of my favorite birthday parties ever.
I do remember that, but I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
But yes.
They were, The Awakening was there, and they called the cast out, and the cast was skating, and then they pulled us out to skate with them.
I do not remember that.
Yes, I will never forget that.
Oh, that sounds so fun, though.
We had a ball.
Your mama always was taking us somewhere.
Yes, we stayed in Chicago.
Yes.
Okay. Why do we work as best friends?
Let Lisa tell it. We are so much alike that we work. But, I mean, to some extent, I agree with that. Because I think we are alike in many, many ways. But I think the ways that we're different is what helps balance us.
Yeah.
But I think we're both very... Well, I wouldn't say outspoken because I don't think I'm outspoken, but when it comes to my friends,
wait, what?
I think I'm outspoken.
I was just gonna say, like, because I was thinking about this, and I was like, well, we are a lot alike, and you're more outspoken than me.
No.
Yeah. You think I'm outspoken?
Yes.
No, Lily.
Very. Are you crazy? Have you met you?
No. I feel like I'm quiet.
When? Wait a minute. We need a second opinion. No.
I thought you were more outspoken. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, no. I'm more patient. So I feel like before I get, crazy or something, like, I'm quiet.
No. You're definitely more patient. I have zero patience, y'all. Like, zero. I mean, it takes a lot for me not to blow up at people, but quiet?
Yeah, I thought I was quiet.
No, I don't think you're quiet.
Oh.
It just takes more buttons for people to push for you. That's all.
But outspoken though? I think you're way more outspoken.
I don't know,
Well, maybe we just alike it.
I think because you think... Now, I'm my mama's child. I do, but just be talking to people, y'all.
Oh, so you coming from that angle?
So from that angle, I can see where you coming from, but...
Okay. I mean, I'll be having an opinion when it's warranted.
Yeah.
But
I guess because I think if you'll host a party or host a game night and stuff. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, okay. When you say it like that, I get that.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all.
I mean, we both outgoing. We'll definitely show up somewhere.
Yeah, and we gonna have a good time. And we like to laugh.
Yeah.
Now, that's the difference. Now, we both like to laugh, but this one laugh at everything.
Everything, okay.
And I'll be like, I'm not laughing shit. Like, why we laughing right now?
This one. Funny.
She laughs
and she gets mad.
Everything. But I think we work because we can be open and honest and truthful with each other. Yes. Like the good, the bad, the ugly. And even if it's hard to say, or, you know, if we have an opinion about something, I think we definitely tell each other.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there has to be that disclaimer, like, not judging, but, you know, that's just my heart speaking.
And I think, so speaking of heart, I think it's important that in a friendship you understand or you really know and love that person's heart. Like, absolutely. She can literally say anything to me because I know her. I know her heart towards me and the things that matter to me and the people that matters close to me. And I think it's important when it comes to friendship to know you have a friend that has your best intentions at heart. Important to have a friend that has your best intentions at heart. You know what I mean? So that's why she could say anything to me because I trust her. Like, I trust her judgment. Like, if she's going to say something that may go against what I may believe, I know it's still coming from a good place. Yeah, I may have to figure it out on my own a little bit, but that's also something you take with the friendship, letting them say what they got to say. I mean, you still make your own decisions, but no, okay, that's how she sees it. That's how she views it. Now let me figure this thing out. Say what you got to say and move on. Right. You know what I mean? And we don't hold grudges or be mad long. Like she can be mad at me or I can be mad at her. She's like, oh, well. And then be like, smile just like that. Like,
see
you
tomorrow.
Love you.
I'll text you later.
And we'll be like, okay, whatever. You know, and keep it moving. But as long as the intentions are good and it's pure, you know what I mean? Like, and I wanted to say too, like, I have some healthy friendships. And I think it's because I've seen my mom have healthy friendships. You know what I mean? A lot of times when you see other people in their friendships and like drama, like, wasn't y'all just best friends last week and this and that? I don't know what that's like in the drama. And that's just, you know, I sit back and I watch and I'll be like, wow, but I haven't had, thank God I haven't had to go through that. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen what it means to be a friend. Like, I see, you know, my mom be there for people, or, you know, even when other people may do you wrong, you love them from a distance and keep on going. There's no need to be nasty or to try to air whatever dirty laundry. All of that stuff is just not necessary. You keep it moving. You know what I mean? So just having healthy friendships modeled in front of me has helped me to be a healthy friend as well.
Absolutely. And I agree with that. I think it's just in us. Like, I feel like my dad is very loving and kind, and he makes sure that he shows that towards people. So I think it's just in us. I mean, even when I do, like, I don't think I've ever really been into it with a friend like that. And even when I have had disagreement with friends or something just wasn't right, I think eventually we just had to have a conversation about it and hug it out and be like, we need to get past this, like, we better than this. But I have never been in a situation where it's like, now it's on Facebook and everybody know what's going on. Like, to me, that's crazy.
That is.
Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah. And then you also have those type of friendships where you know, like, I probably shouldn't be friends with this person. Because, you know, what they say, when they show you their true colors the first time, believe them. You know, I've had situations like where me and a person may not be friends because certain things just kind of go off. Right. Like, okay, that's how you operate. That's fine. Then, you know what I mean? And nothing needs to be said. Exactly. You just kind of like back away. You know what I mean? Even like talking to teenagers and stuff and, you know, this transitioning from kid friends to adult friends, you know, when you get older, you start being introduced to some new things. Yes. And then it's like, okay, you know what? Well, maybe we're not as close as we used to be. Yes. Because I don't want to be a part of that. That's fine. Live your life, have your fun, whatever you're going to do. But, you know, just knowing when, okay, I need to let this person go. Or we're changing. Absolutely. You know what I mean? We're changing. Okay, so the distance will come and that's okay.
Yeah. And you just have to accept that about people, especially when it comes to just growing older. I mean, you just have to accept that people have other things going on in life, and other people start to believe in other things, and that's okay. Yeah. Like, it's okay to believe in different things and still be friends with people or love people, even if it's from a distance.
Exactly. That's good. So we have these, wait, do we answer our questions?
I think so.
Do I think our friendship has changed over time? Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you, I'm glad it did. And I'm glad it still does. Like, even when we got back to being close, I don't even think we're the same people that we were before Bailey was born.
Right. I don't think
you know
so
what
either.
I mean? Like,
yeah,
we growing. Now we trying to become businesswomen.
Mm-hmm.
We become creative. We have other business adventures in mind. And not to say it's always together, but we're constantly talking about business and how to better ourselves and how to move forward, talking about our goals, the families that we want, you know what I mean?
Yes.
All of that stuff.
Yes.
So I think that it's good that friendships change and move forward over time.
Yes. I mean, things are supposed to evolve.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, I think it's great.
Yeah.
And the fact that we can continue our friendship and evolve together in certain aspects of our life, I think it's great.
So when your friendship is growing, or you know what I mean, or your friendships may go through growing pains, all of that stuff. I mean, take it for what it's worth. It is really life lessons.
Right.
I mean, friendships, your first friends, all that stuff teach you how to deal with people.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And different personalities. Like, none of my friends are the same. Like, they're really not.
Right.
Like, none of them are the same. But, I mean, and that's okay, too. You know what I mean? But,
yeah.
I mean, I think that's cool, though.
Right.
But you know what else I'm glad though? I don't have no yes people as friends. And I think I said this before. You know, I don't have people in my life that'll just tell me anything I want to hear. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful. And I would say even to young people who may be watching this, you know, be careful of those yes people because they don't mean you any good. You need somebody that's going to challenge your views, challenge your thoughts, challenge sometimes what you think is right. Or, you know, when somebody asks you why, don't get offended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I literally have to like check myself okay, if somebody say something, okay, where is this coming from? Even though it may not be delivered the right way, but what are they saying? And then you can go have a conversation where I didn't like how you said it.
Exactly.
But first take it like, well, what are they saying? You know? So I would just say that, you know, have some friends that'll tell you the truth about yourself.
Absolutely.
That'll tell you when you stink. You know, that'll tell you, you know, all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
But for real though, like who can just be honest with you and can say things to you and know that you won't be upset with it or that this is going to hinder y'all friendship in some kind of way. Because then there's bigger issues there.
Right. It really is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I appreciate every friend, you know, even friends of the past, you know, because they all play a part of who we are today.
Agreed.
You know. I think it was one more. Oh, no, that was all. So, go ahead. Excuse me.
Okay, so I found this thing online. The 8 defining characteristics of friendship. Hold on, I missed it.
Best friend.
Of a best friend. Okay, so number 1, telepathy. Your best friend has the uncanny ability to read your mind before the words pop out of your mouth. Just by exchanging a glance, you both know exactly what the other is thinking.
And this is where I get in trouble because I talk with my face and my eyes. I just be like, oh. Here we go.
She does. This is really funny to me, only because, so like, I mean, not back in the day, but like before I had Bailey, when I would go out all the time, I was always with Shannon and Renee. And Renee's face, like,
tell everything.
Yes, like we would be like, don't do it. Don't do it. She would be like, what? And I'd be like, come on. We ain't doing that tonight.
You be in tune. Like, you really are in tune.
You do. But with you, it's like, if we're out somewhere, especially if we at a restaurant, y'all, and I know when something coming, and I just be like, here we go. This on y'all, not me. I'm up here eating. Good luck, because I ain't stopping her.
Lord. But you too, and I could be like, oh, here you go, here you go. The same thing. What do you mean?
No, yours is bad. Yours is bad.
Because, like, when that lady came and interrupted us at the restaurant last month.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. Same thing. And let me get up out of here before I don't like this place no more.
Because I wanted to go back there, y'all. I do love you so
Or when she stopped, if somebody going off and she stopped, I'm like, oh, time to go. Or if we just see something crazy, we both look at each other and be like, where they going? What they got? Okay, yeah, all of that.
Keep moving.
Okay, so next one is honesty. So, yeah, we just said this. Somebody would just tell you the truth about yourself. When you, like I said, when you stink, whether it's physical odor or whatever, or when your attitude stink. You know what I mean? All of that. Even, and sometimes even as friends who are not married yet, they'll be quick to tell me when my attitude wrong and it stink towards my husband. And they'll be like, all right, you can be mad, but don't come over here and get that worked out. And I really do appreciate that, And they be like, you wrong. But, all of that.
Honesty is good.
It is.
Because you have to tell your friends when they wrong.
You do.
Because if you don't, they literally think it's okay to be acting the way they're acting, and it's not. It's not okay. So you have to be the ones to tell them.
Or even tell them, when it's time to get yourself together. Like, even sometimes y'all need to hear, or friends need to hear when they need to leave that man alone. All of that stuff. Like, understand your friend's heart, that they love you enough to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And sometimes we can see better potential in somebody else than we can see in ourselves. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And especially when the friend know that you're coming from a good place. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
3, humor.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling on the floor laughing till your stomach hurt doesn't happen with just anyone. Best friends know exactly what will trigger a bellyache and laugh. In between the personal jokes and shared experiences, your bestie knows how to tickle your funny bone.
So true.
This is definitely true between us. I mean,
when I tell you hollering. I know I be hollering.
And Lisa hated y'all. Lisa hated. Sometimes Lisa be like, nah, I'm good. Y'all go ahead. She already know.
I mean, stuff can be funny, or just the simplest thing is how you look at something. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. But even like being able, like sometimes somebody will say a quote and just start singing a song or singing something to that quote, or a movie title or anything.
Or Martin lyrics.
Yes.
I mean, like we both could quote Martin.
Yeah.
Frontwards and backwards.
Empathy. Your best friend can actually feel what you are going through because they have been there before. That's good.
That's good.
Absolutely. And sometimes even when I can't, maybe some struggles that she may go through that I don't have experiences in, I just feel bad, period. Like literally, I mean, it's like a scripture in the Bible or something where it says, mourn with them who mourn, rejoice with them who rejoice. Like, I really feel that. And I do, like, I'd be over here like in tears, like, dang, I'm mad that she got to go through this. You just wishing that you can solve the problem for that person.
Right. Yeah. That's good. 5, generosity. So when I first read this, I instantly thought money. But then I was like, it's not always money.
No.
It's your time. It's your ear. It's just anything you can offer to your friend in their time of need. And I feel like not even with just my friends, I feel like if somebody needs to talk about something, I'm going to listen. And if I don't have anything to tell you or encouraging words for you, I'm going to tell you that. But I will listen to you because sometimes that's all people need.
Right.
And when I was a store manager at a store, it was for younger girls, and a lot of my associates were younger girls. They would tell me about stuff they were going through all the time, whether it be with their parents or their boyfriends or their friends or whatever. And I would be like, listen, I've never been there, but if you need to talk to me, you can call me. And I mean, no lie, there was 2 young ladies there who would call me at work, like, can you call me when you get off? Or I've even had one call me like, I'm somewhere I don't want to be. I don't want to call my mom. Can you come get me? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if I can come get you and you feel safe telling me you're somewhere you don't want to be, I'm going to come get you.
Yeah.
And so I think being generous towards people is not just money, but your time, your love, your heart, your ear, any of that. Give it. Give it. It's not costing you anything to be there for somebody.
Well said. And the next one is trust. And we spoke on this earlier. You trust them with your secrets, fears, and deep thoughts. Just some of the things that you freely share with your best friend because you know that what you say remains in the vault. And that is so true. It's something that I don't take lightly at all. We were just talking about this conversation. I was saying how somebody in our family knows that I keep the secrets the best. But, I mean, it was a fun conversation, but I don't take it lightly.
Right.
You know, if anybody has ever said, well, Shatara told me this, you need to bring that person, come back and talk to me and say, what did Shatara say?
Exactly.
Because I know I probably, 9.5 out of 10, I didn't say it. If I did, it must be a reason or something that's going on. But, you know, I don't believe in that sharing people's business stuff. I mind my own business.
Girl.
You know, you can really trust it. If I say I won't say nothing, I'm not saying nothing.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm not saying anything at all. And it's stuff, like, even as being as an adult, like, it's stuff that I heard years ago. And I hear, like, certain people talk about it now. And they'll talk about it as if I didn't know. No. And then they be like, did you know that? Well, yeah, I knew. And it's like, oh my God, you never said anything. No. You know, but.
That wasn't my business.
Right, it wasn't. But I take this so serious. And I hope I haven't failed any friends. But I take it very serious. And you also have to have that person that you can be vulnerable with. I'll go crazy keeping everything to me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I may not want to tell my husband everything, but just to have somebody that you can talk to.
Yeah.
And share those secrets with, like, I mean, I don't take it for granted either when somebody tell me something or me having to tell somebody something.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 was encouragement. And I think we kind of touched on this as well already. But I am thankful for Shatara as a friend because sometimes I do need encouragement. And sometimes she gives me encouragement even when she doesn't realize she is. Or, I mean, we have group chats where we share a lot of memes and stuff like that. And most of them are funny, but sometimes we do share encouraging or inspirational things. And we be like, man, I really needed that. Or sometimes you just don't know what friends are going through, and just sending small text messages matter a lot, or just to say, are you okay?
And I think lately we've been good at taking a break from our normal texting all day and saying, how are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's been intentional. I feel like lately I've been seeing it a lot more.
Which is good.
Yeah.
We need that. Especially now, I mean.
And it's easy to be in a relationship with people and not ask, how are you doing? You know what I mean? Because you just go on about your day.
Yep. Or when you just around somebody, you can tell when something's off. And you just, what's wrong with you today? What's the matter? Or like, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just know.
All right. And this is good. The last one is steadfastness. Your best friend has your back. No matter the situation, you know that when you need your friend to be there, they are present without fail. And that, I mean, I could definitely say that about Elise. Has your back no matter what. Talk about loyal. She'll be like, yeah, you wrong, but we still gonna handle this.
You know, we gonna talk about you being wrong later. But let's go.
You know. But yeah, that, I mean, all of these characteristics, I mean, if you have one person in your life that's like this, I mean, don't take that person for granted.
No.
You know?
And you are definitely one of those people. I know, like, when, like, COVID started to, like, take a toll on, like, our circle. I mean, she should be the first one. You could bring the kids over here. What do you need from me? What can I do to help you get through this? What can I do to help you feel better? What can I do to give you some peace of mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, you always step up to just find out what piece can you do to help somebody. And I think that's great. Because sometimes I do be like, yep, I'm dropping her off. I'm just going to go home and take a nap.
It was a lot for people. I can only imagine for parents, you know. And y'all know I love the kids anyway. Like every year we do, I was just thinking about, like, even how I do the Christmas party for the kids or whatever.
Bailey was just talking about that.
Like, I can't do it this year. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's one day the parents can just drop off their kids. Yeah, when parents can just drop their kids off and just go out around, you know, to get their last minute Christmas shopping in. And then I just pulled y'all right on in and y'all showed up for me. And, you know, that was like our thing. You know what I mean? And the kids be looking forward to it, you know? So, I mean, I try to.
It be tired. These kids don't go to bed. But it be so much fun. And they have a freaking ball.
They do. But I just, you know, friendship is really important to me. Like, I've said it before, like, I don't be in big crowds. You know, I've never was that type to always have, like, a lot of friends. And everybody think I do. Because, you know,
I think just because a lot of people know you.
Yeah, but, you know, no. know, but I mean, I'm grateful for all the love. Don't get me wrong, because I love on people regardless. But but my circle, I really do appreciate them. I mean, everybody's personality is just so different, and it's so much fun. It's just like just some people you can just be yourself with. Like I can, we ain't gotta have on no wigs, no lashes. No, like we can just be ourselves. Ain't nobody out trying to outdo the next person, and we just all we're a lot alike, but we just still all our own like selves. Yes. And I appreciate that part so much. Like we don't have to get dressed up and go out and do nothing. We just can sit in the house.
And have a good time. Laugh and talk and have a good time.
And that's it.
Yes.
So I really do. I appreciate friendships, and
I do too. I appreciate all my friends, near and far. Yeah. Friends I haven't talked to in a while, friends I haven't checked up on in a while, but I still love y'all. I'm still rooting for you. I still celebrate you. And I appreciate all my friends. So thank you, and I love all of y'all.
Yes. And we love y'all too. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts. Tag your best friends, your besties, all of that.
Yes.
Shout out to Alicia Miller, my cousin Pooh. She did she made our shirts for us a while ago. They're actually the shirts at the end of the video that you'll see.
Oh yeah.
It says a friend loves at all time. And love don't always mean they agree with you. So
definitely don't.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys. Bye.